Hurricane Florence slammed into the East Coast this weekend, causing massive flooding and damage, with the latest death toll standing at 23. We wanted to kind of learn a little bit more about what causes these massive storms, which is why UW and NOAA climatologist Nick Bond joins us now. Hello, Nick.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. It's kind of cool that you're a climatologist.
Well, yeah.
You see the weather very differently.
Yeah, a lot of syllables, but yeah, I'm really into the weather and climate.
I'm impressed for sure. So let's first start with Hurricane Florence. What's going on there?
Yeah, well, last I looked this morning, it's in the Ohio Valley, and it's now just a tropical depression at the most, but still has quite a bit of rain with it, and it will eventually go off into the Atlantic.
So it's hurricane's the top, right? The tropical depression is like, what, number 3 now? Is there something?
Depression
storm?
is the weakest.
Okay, the weakest, all right.
Of the lot.
How many categories are there?
Well, there's a tropical depression, a tropical storm, and then 5 categories of hurricanes.
Okay, so there we go. All right.
So it's, but it still has quite a bit of moisture with it.
So what causes a hurricane to form?
Yeah, okay. I trust you have a cup of coffee and a bowl of Wheaties under your belt and that sort of thing.
We got all day.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's basically fueled by the warm ocean waters.
Okay.
And when the air going over that, when conditions are right, the heat from that causes that air to get really warm and moist, and clusters of thunderstorms. Okay. And then again, when conditions are right, there's a circulation, and the wind starts spinning faster and faster. Eventually what happens is that it just kind of bootstraps itself, ratchets up into this marvelous, fearsome storm. And so it's the stronger the winds, the more heat it gets. The more heat it gets, the stronger it gets. And finally you get, a hurricane. It's
fascinating when you see those pictures from space. This giant circle. Why is it a circle? It causes that eye in the middle and all that?
Yeah, the eye in the middle is actually some sinking motion that is just in the middle of this big upward motion.
So like in your tub when the water goes down,
it's something like that? Akin to that.
Okay. So
yeah, again,
you're being kind, right?
Yeah, that's right. And there's probably time to enroll in Atmospheric Science 101.
Right, sure, totally.
UW,
I need it. All right, so what about let's switch to the typune going on in Asia. What's the situation
well,
there?
that is actually a much stronger storm, and that's a really big deal. And of course, it had some winds up to 200 miles an hour. And
that'll blow you over. I mean, that's
and it hit the northern part of the Philippines, and some very devastating landslides. Certainly, a lot of fatalities. The Philippines actually get hit more than probably any place in the world by these kinds of these storms. And then it went into China, close to Hong Kong, and so it caused some problems there too.
I used to live in Hong Kong, and we would have typhoon level winds occasionally. I lived on like the 36th floor, and they used to have us tape our windows.
Yeah, well, actually, Hong Kong, because it does experience these storms, they can handle it about as well as anybody, but still, a storm like that is going to cause problems.
What's the difference between a typhoon and a hurricane?
It's all where it is.
Okay.
Typhoons are in the western North Pacific, east of the date line.
They have their own name for it.
In the eastern North Pacific, it's hurricanes. In the Atlantic, they're hurricanes.
Same thing, though.
Same thing.
Oh, I did not know that.
Same storm. And then in the Indian Ocean, they're called cyclones.
Oh, okay, sure. That's where the cyclone term comes.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Anyway.
I think we should just come up with one name and just...
Well...
Make it easier.
In the science, they're all called tropical cyclones.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So we would be correct if we would call them cyclones. That would be an umbrella term.
So, but there are mid-latitude cyclones, right? There are mid-latitude cyclones that, at our latitude that give us most of our windstorms, and that, so if we call them all tropical cyclones, we'd be fine.
You got to use the word tropical.
That's right.
Good to know. I will remember that. So how has this season been compared to others?
Yeah, it kind of started off slow in the Atlantic, but obviously it's been more active, and for a while, last week, there were 3 or 4 disturbances out there. It's far from over. There's nothing looming in the near term, but we can get these kind of systems, for another month at least.
We had a bit of an adventure in Ballard over the weekend. It was like a Funnel, look at this video. Someone took this video from Ballard.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
funnel cloud.
Is this the end of the world?
Well, no. And what a funnel cloud is basically a tornado that hasn't touched down.
Okay.
And if it had touched down, it wouldn't have been a really strong one, but they can do some damage, take some shingles off a roof. We get them occasionally. A little factoid.
I like factoids.
Okay.
I'm ready.
In the 60s, Bill Gates' childhood home was hit by a tornado in the Wedgwood area.
Oh, wow.
And I think it took out the carport or something like that. And you kind of wonder if things had worked out differently and kind of more tragically, how much different this place would be.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's an interesting thought.
So a tornado.
So a funnel cloud becomes a tornado when it touches the ground.
That's right.
We learned a lot here today, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah,
This is great.
Sure. That's fun.
Good luck out there. Make sure you bring an umbrella.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, up next, meet the chef who's won the recipe for best dish using Spam this year. Back after this.